Meantime, we have a president who doesn't quite have his whole team in place yet. He's got a Secretary of State, but he doesn't yet have a Treasury Secretary, and he doesn't yet have a Defense Secretary. Are we getting close to having those two holes filled?
I don't know about defense. I think he's getting close on Jack Lew at Treasury. They're going to have a hearing. There are questions being raised about what he did when he was at Citigroup, but it doesn't appear to be enough opposition or enough organized opposition to slow that one down. My guess is by the end of February he'll be in office signing the dollar bills with that really weird signature.
That's right. And doing what once he gets there? What do you think?
Trying to steer us away from the fiscal gorge of the moment.
So that's being budget director as much as Treasury Secretary, at least in the short term.
Right, and dealing with Congress on the fiscal, on the sequester, the across-the-board spending cuts, on the continuing resolution, and then if the president has any hope of getting any of this deficit reduction he talked about, which I'm not sure he does, it'll be up to Jack Lew to deliver it.
So meantime, Chuck Hagel has been damaged a lot along the road here.
Yeah, we learned this week he's going to need 60 votes to go forward. It's the non-filibuster filibuster, so some of those senators who said they will not support a filibuster may support a delay here. People like Roy Blunt, and everyone's waiting for what McCain will do. A delay looks likely.
But one of the things I'm wondering here is whether we've learned anything along the way, except for the fact they don't like Chuck Hagel. There doesn't seem to be a deep underlying philosophical divide on substantive issues here that is really driving this. I mean, in other words, Obama national security policy has turned out to be an awful lot like Bush national security policy, way more than I think any of us would have predicted.
Well, that's true, especially in the realm of counterterrorism operations, drones, detention of policy. In the end, very similar. You know, there is a difference between Chuck Hagel and the neocon wing of the Republican Party. Chuck Hagel is not an interventionist. He is skeptical of military power. That is the fundamental philosophical divide that exists between Chuck Hagel and a wing of the Republican Party. Now, that's not, for the most part, what's been debated over the last few weeks. We've been having debates about support for Israel, you know, Iranian sanctions, and things like that. But there is a philosophical division there.
Yeah, and I guess in the weeks ahead we'll figure out whether that's a philosophical division that matters in places beyond Afghanistan and Iraq, and really talking about conflicts that haven't really erupted yet.
That's right. I mean, it matters how we approach Syria, what we will do in Northern Africa. I mean,
North Korea and China.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.